Welcome back to Instant Anime.
Just add music.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Jimmy.
And you are joining us for a very special Happy Halloween episode.
It's not on Sunday?
No, it's on Halloween.
What?
Prepare your spooky selves.
Trick or treat. Halloween parties.
Yeah.
Handing out candy if you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Or eating candy if you're like me.
Also an adult. Making adult decisions.
If I want to eat a whole bag of peanut butter M&Ms, I will do so.
Yes, you will. I've seen it happen. Carve your pumpkins. Set out your jack-o'-lanterns.
Turn on the TV. Watch some spooky anime.
May we suggest the following? Anyhow, on this podcast, before we can start telling you about our...
Can't jump right in.
No. Thank you for joining us so far in our spooktacular October.
This is the end.
This is our last installment for the year.
2017.
2017, Halloween, hashtag.
Date the episode. Schwhatevs.
Yeah. Thanks for helping us.
What do we do here?
Celebrate. So, in this podcast, we listen to a song and then separately take 5 minutes to write what we believe the anime would be for that theme song, if that makes sense. Yeah, kind of. And so that is what we have done tonight, and we've kept it spooky.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy is going first.
I sure am.
And the song tonight, because it's a spooky night.
Spooky night.
Pandora by Kara.
Cara.
Caramel.
Doesn't really matter. They're disbanded.
We found out, they're no more. So.
But there was controversy in 2011 or something because they had to get lawyers involved to breach contracts or something like that. So
Ooh.
Yeah, something going bad with that entertainment conglomerate.
Well, let's hope that hasn't tainted your ideas.
No,
this
never.
This spooky evening.
Let's see. Get my book to lie down.
Mm-hmm.
So, my idea for this show kind of combines a bunch of different detective-y, mystery-solving, spooky shows together. Like Scooby-Doo, Sherlock Holmes, other shows like that. Those are the only two I wrote. But there's a female protagonist with a cast of goofy supporting characters / creatures, because we know you just create a monster animal, give it a voice, and it's boom.
Instant Halloween.
Best side character of the show, probably.
That's true. Looking at you, Olaf.
Fucking Santa Claus ass snowman.
He made that movie.
It's true. The movie is nothing without that snowman. The cast of characters and this female protagonist who are detectives and PIs, private investigators, they solve mysteries and crimes and the like. The only thing is they usually get assistance from police or the local government, kind of like Sherlock, He's doing them a favor, but sometimes the police step in and are like, hey, here's the lead we found, to go check it out. And then they go finish up.
So sort of consultant-ish work?
Exactly. Just straight up Sherlock, think about it. The police go to them to finish cases, basically.
Gotcha.
On a certain case, they accidentally, and then I wrote totally on purpose, go down a wrong way, in quotes, wrong way, during an investigation and find themselves stuck on the, quotations again, wrong side of the law, air quote. Mainly because the police and local government are part of a cult who sacrifice criminals and summon evil demons.
Now that sounds very much like Hot Fuzz.
But not because they want the best town award or anything.
No.
This is just purely they want to summon demons. So, the demons are never mentioned in the show until the cult is found out. So basically there's a couple episodes where everything's kind of okay.
All right.
Between them and the local government and law enforcement. But as soon as it's found out that they're an evil cult summoning demons, the protagonist is smart enough to figure out and kind of link every case that they've solved in the near like timeline to like people being possessed by demons and like committing crimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they are summoning demons to possess people to commit crimes.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more along the lines of they summon demons just because they can, because they're an evil cult.
As they do.
And then the demons are demons, and then they also possess people.
And they just can't help themselves.
Exactly. And that's about it.
All right.
There's a demon conspiracy. Yep.
Okay. Well,
I was like, that's what I wrote.
Oh, good. Good. I think it's interesting. I also have possession
Ooh.
as part of mine.
So much Neo Yokio.
That's got to be it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good trope.
It is.
It's a good anime trope.
Otherwise, I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna go together, but I do have some ideas. So
Okay.
I will...
See, that's why I went first, because I wanted you to kind of give me your idea and also have
something built
the
up.
fuel burning.
I try really hard not to do that because I want to stay present and listen to what you have to say and really hear you.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I never listen to you, so
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
we're on that same page. All right, let's hear
Okay.
it.
Here is my version of Pandora by Kara. Sounds like a perfume a little.
Such a good song.
It is.
We've linked it below
Yes.
in the podcast
it's in the description.
Go listen to it now, before the episode, after the episode.
Whenever you
At some
do,
point.
do your thing.
Spook it up this Halloween.
Spook it up. I like that. Oh, I was talking with this is unrelated. It's just something else I liked. I was talking to my mom about how much there's like mold and stuff around.
Yeah.
And she was like, all those spores and mores. And I really enjoyed that. So
That's good.
spook it up with the spores and mores.
That's my new band name.
It's pretty great, right?
Yeah.
Oops, I think I hit the table. Okay. So,
Stop it.
so sorry. A family moves into an old house, and there is a high school age son in the family.
Okay.
I didn't really figure out if he had siblings, but or if it was like a divorce or whatever. But anyway, high school age boy in this old house. He befriends the cute neighbor girl as well as other friends. Like, he has no trouble fitting in. There's not like bullying or anything. All's well at school. He learns from his classmates that the house that he moved into is supposedly haunted.
By a gay ghost, like in Gone Home.
Nope. The friend group
Damn it.
has a party and tries out the Ouija board,
Ouija.
spirit board.
And it dabs.
It does not dab.
D-A. And then they all run away.
No, that's not what happens.
Okay.
But
continue.
in our mega
anime, we got a Luigi board.
Yahoo! That's not Luigi, is it? That's Mario.
It's the same guy, Charles Martinet.
Well, then I am all the above. Okay, so they use the Ouija board, spirit board, whatever you want to call it, and they
Board of
get
truth.
some freaky info. It turns out that the ghost that lives there is actually a young girl, like about their age. And she tells them that she really likes how the boy sings in the shower, which is something that absolutely no one would know. So
Right.
they know it's not like them pushing around the little triangle thing. Everybody gets creeped out. Ghost Girl, as she continues to watch him, falls for the living boy and decides to possess the cute neighbor girl as she is jealous of their budding relationship.
Ayo, GG.
Yeah.
It's Ghost Girl.
So the girl is possessed, and in being possessed, she does some creepy stuff. The boy is, once he realizes this is weird, he's like, no, I am not into this. I don't want to be with you, and tells her to stop, which prompts her to try to kill him so that they can be together forever.
And then he got a call. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, like I said, that's all I got.
All right.
The ending could be multiple things.
Yeah.
But we do have possession as a common thread.
All right, that's pretty cool.
But I was thinking some scary ass stuff, like she's all those horrifying things, climbing the ceiling, heads twisting around.
Placing dolls in creepy places.
Well, of course, they're her dolls that she like pulled out of the attic to play with because she hasn't for like 100 years or
They're
whatever.
all dusty and cracked and destroyed and creepy and terrifying.
And she makes them all like dance in unison.
Twist their heads around.
And sing little songs.
Their heads all fly off.
Did you ever hear that?
What?
It was on like NPR, I think, last Halloween or something. It was terrifying. It was the original dolls from like the early 1900s.
Oh, yeah,
the voices.
yeah. Okay, I did show you that. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Were you the one that showed me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you know what I'm talking about.
Fuck that recording. It's haunted.
It is.
That is a haunted piece of fucking audio right there.
So she's got those dolls.
We're going to link that.
No, don't link that. You can find it on your own if you want.
It's a curse to even Google it.
It's too...
Literally
it's
cursed.
Just...
That shit's fucked up.
And on Halloween, you're just asking for trouble. We will not link it. Find it your own
But if you want to buy a
expense.
Ouija board, make sure to do it today off Amazon. Oh, you'd get it too late. Never mind. Should have ordered it Friday, people.
You could also go to a store. I think Target sells them.
Does Target sells Ouija boards?
I think so.
I feel like that's
in
not.
like the board game, the game board section.
Game boards. Cool.
The game boards.
Next to the switchboard section.
Yes, for all your dialing needs.
All your operator needs. Okay, how do we combine?
That would be a really fun toy, though.
Like a switchboard?
Yes.
To like switch phones?
Yes.
But like
a fake one because you're like a kid.
So it'd be like the boyfriend call game. But
yes, but really old fashioned.
Really old fashioned.
And you have to make sure that he can get through to call his date.
What number did you mean to call?
That's
How did switchboards work? Was there just like a plug for every phone?
That's my understanding for
That's
every
like
line.
so crazy though.
And then there were party lines that you'd share with your neighbors.
Oh.
For a while.
That's like such a... It sounds so impractical now.
My mom grew up with that. So it's like not that
My
necessarily...
mom was a switchboard operator.
See, I didn't know that part.
It was her job at one point. I don't know when. It was probably when she was a teenager or something, but...
I just meant my mom had a party line when she was a kid, so...
That's cool.
Kind of. So you had people listening in.
That is weird.
Anyhow, off topic, creepy. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's pretty on topic.
Yep.
Okay, so how do we resolve this and make our mega anime for the spooky Halloween night?
Well, I was thinking...
Both of our ideas are very spooky.
We could... This was my original thought.
Okay.
The one that bubbled up
Gotcha.
after hearing yours.
It's always good. First impressions. Let's do this.
All right. Here we go. You ready for this? No, I'm kidding.
I'm right here. Ready.
All right. I can tell. I was imagining that the cult summons a demon ghost sort of thing.
Right.
And
Spirit.
accidentally, maybe there's the kids from mine, like the guy and the girl he likes. Like they moved in and...
And I lost it.
But I was just thinking somehow the girl gets possessed.
Right. I think that's happening.
So I wasn't sure
That was the crux of your story.
if like the house was haunted and they called in like the Ghostbusters, like the cult, but didn't think that they were actually going to summon demons. They thought that they, did crucifixion. That's what it's called. Exorcism.
Exorcists.
Sorry. Crucifixion's very different.
Salt and everything and all that.
So that's why my first thought was that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how that works with investigators unless, they call the cult to say, like, get these ghosts out of my house, and instead they, like, draw demons to it because there's some sort of, like, reason that the ghost demon things are there, and they actually use it as, like, a port or a hub or
That's
something
what I'm thinking.
to bring them out.
I think what we could do is, like, the house isn't originally haunted or, like, has the potential of being haunted because of whatever happened in it before. The cult physically summons this monster, or spirit, rather, and then the kids are, like, freaked out because they're like, it didn't seem haunted before, but now things are moving and dust is tornadoing around in the, I don't know.
Oh, this is my least favorite thing.
So
This is my personal hell.
So it wasn't haunted originally. It becomes like, or it was haunted, but the spirit had no like power to manifest anything.
Or it wasn't angry.
Exactly. And so they did some mumbo jumbo, like flipped a crucifix upside down or something, and then like activated the evil ghost spiritness. Kids get freaked out, bring the Ouija board. Then your possession thing happens. And then at that point, that's when they call the like cult again, as like they're calling the police, but really it's the cult. And they're like, hey, can you help? There's like bad stuff going on. And then the cult sends like my investigation team.
Even though they want them to fail.
Yes. And I think it's probably because...
Do they just plan for the like ghost to kill them or something?
I think something like that, or the investigation team is like good at solving non-supernatural crimes, and so they give them this thing, and they're all based in like logic and like the natural order of things. And they're like, ghosts don't exist, and then they send them there, and they're like, what, the ghost? Or yeah, so it's either that, like they are competent investigators but they're not confident with supernatural stuff, or they're incompetent investigators and are just expected to like die.
But then they don't.
They triumph.
Okay.
Could be. I don't know. That's just two options.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I'm leading. I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well,
Do you
okay with
like
which one?
the sorry, I was thinking, do
Think
you
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
the romantic aspect that I had? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
that from the song where she's like close to you and close to me.
I like it because now I'm picturing like the ghostly girl like being close to the boy, like in an embrace during the theme song or something, and does like a swirling.
So
Ooh, okay, I just pictured it again. So they're doing the embrace, and then it like pulls out drone shot style, and like then they're in like the middle of a pentagram or something, and that's like spinning.
ooh,
Yeah.
creep.
I mean, the song is just creepy with the
It is.
like spiraling minor chords down. It's good.
Did it.
Yeah. Okay.
It gave me many different thoughts, but
So yeah, I think
one's
I think the love interest is definitely there.
so is the ghost playing the long con then? Because if he actually kisses the girl, or is
Right.
that somehow like release her powers? Is she needs him to like kiss her? And then she can go crazy?
Maybe. I'm thinking maybe she's not possessed, and the neighbor girl actually likes the boy,
Which was, yeah, what I
which was what you were
originally
thinking.
planned.
And then they kiss, but then that like energy is what the ghost needs to like enter the host or something. So she like swaps at the
The only
that part.
issue I have with that is a kiss comes from a place of love.
right.
And why would an evil ghost...
I mean, yes, it comes from a place of love, but also it's like an energy. It's like a mystical. Like
But
a
isn't
lot of
it-
energy is required to go into
Isn't
a
it like
moment
a
to become
white
a kiss.
magic kind of a thing? You know, isn't it
Yes,
like a
it's-
good...
I'm right. Like kiss brings the beauty back from sleep, or
Yeah.
makes a prince a frog prince. So we should have something opposite to that happen.
Like maybe...
Like they get in a fight, and then like she slams the door or something.
Or she slaps him, and when she slaps his face.
Right, but okay.
So I'm thinking she gets them to kiss so that they're bonded in some way, or at least so that neighbor girl who is possessed earns his trust. Well, she doesn't have to be possessed yet. But then the girl is possessed and uses him to go to this like pentagram or whatever, and then smacks him. And maybe that's the kind of like anger they need to feed on.
Or like slits his hand palm
Ooh,
for the blood
God.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah, I like that better. I mean, I don't like it, but it fits better.
I think it's more thematic
Uh-huh.
than like a slap.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm not well versed in this. I'm just well terrified of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of a well, maybe there's a well on the property.
That's so creepy now. That's so creepy. Just you saying that.
Speaking of a well.
Creepy.
Well.
That was a little less creepy, that last one.
Well.
Okay, I'm better.
It's like a goofy AV club teacher like in Stranger Things with a mustache.
So you think they possess. And is there just the one demon then?
Yeah, I think it's less of...
I think that makes sense.
Like, they're not the best cult ever. This is like their first foray into...
Or maybe they did it like 20 years ago.
Right, this is like
and
a
they just
recurring
need the
sacrifice
correct, like,
thing.
host or whatever.
Yeah. And no one lived in the house for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, oh, sweet, the haunted mansion is ready to be destroyed again or something.
Let's put it on the market. Let's dash it by 10,000 and see if we get any
bites, any hits.
Definitely. Let's have an open house and bake some cookies.
Open house, waft the smell in. Hide the bodies under the floorboards.
Yeah, do some amazing staging.
Get some sick reno. Bring the Property Brothers in here.
Yeah.
Think we can get them?
Buying and
All
selling. All three? I don't know, man.
Hey, he'd help with the graphics. He'd like design the mansion.
Yes.
For the show.
That'd be really
He wouldn't
cool.
be voicing, because he's not really the voice in the show, he does all the back end stuff. Mm-hmm. But the brothers, they're there.
They're the face.
But they're not the brothers in the show.
That would be kind of hilarious, though.
What?
If, like, that's where it started, was one of the parents of the boy did, like, a reality reno show. And so they, like, did the house, and then they're like, you know what? I actually love it here.
Open concept.
Like, maybe they were put under a spell to say, this is where we need to move, because the cult found out, like, oh, this boy would be acceptable for what we need.
His virgin blood.
Yes. Something like that. That would be kind of hilarious, though.
I do like things that are funny, but not a comedy.
I'm imagining it starting really funny and getting really messed up.
Okay. I'm down. Like starting Scooby-Doo and going to Sherlock season, like that weird one where he's like in prison-ish kind of by his sister-ish or spoilers.
Yeah. Just spoilers.
Yeah.
I was thinking a bit more horror, gory,
right.
but
Saw.
I don't want to talk about it because I don't like these things at all.
Stranger Things.
Watched some of that.
You sure did.
Made it through.
You lived.
Had bad dreams.
Yeah, well.
Anyhow.
Unrelated to Stranger Things.
Okay, let's figure out this timeline a little more.
Okay.
So the family goes because they are redoing this house and they're putting it on TV, and then
Oh yeah, no, I think it's like a
parents-
House Hunter show,
Okay.
That makes sense as to why they would go see it.
Oh, I was just imagining they're on like the production staff and they have to go physically to help produce the show. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, totally.
Sorry.
I missed that part. Definitely.
I get too excited sometimes and I don't fully articulate.
You just skip words.
I excited me.
Idea out mouth.
Blah. Yay.
Yes. Okay.
So,
I'm caught up now.
So they're like working on the production, and then they're like, "Ooh, cult member! I see that this family would be a good fit in our newly renovated haunted house."
They match the makeup of the past
Whatever
family
they
that was
need
used
for
25 years.
I like
before.
the idea. You said it was a sacrifice,
Right?
so I'm assuming it's to appease another like greater demon or something.
Sure.
Maybe for eternal life. Or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
what
that.
would they
Like
get out of it?
Ghost powers.
Powers?
Like in the Ghost Boy movie.
Ghost Boy movie.
Buster, what's his name?
Buster?
Casper. Yeah, Casper, where they turn into ghosts and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's great. I don't feel anything.
They just like being ghosts.
Something like that.
Okay.
What grants them power?
Them being ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right?
mean, they can like go really fast. I recently
They
watched
eat
this
food
at
and
work.
it falls down their stomachs.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you want a newspaper from like China? And then he like takes 2 seconds and runs around the world. He's like, here you go, I got you one, blah, blah, blah.
Did that happen?
Yeah, that happens in the movie. He's like, do you want the paper? And
That movie is so
he picks a
freaking
bunch
weird.
of weird papers. Anyway. It is.
It's so weird.
It is.
I do not like that movie.
Yeah.
You watched it at work?
Watched it at work, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
tis the season.
I know. Did you see Hocus Pocus?
Yeah, we watched Hocus Pocus
Okay,
too.
good.
Not the sequel, because that's not a thing, but I guess they're making like a Disney Channel version of I don't know.
Stop.
So we watched Hocus
Does it have Bette
Pocus
Midler in it?
also. It does not, and that's why it's a mess.
Stop.
And they just...
It needs Bet.
And then the Mary-Kate and Ashley really creepy one.
No.
Yeah, really creepy.
They're in it. Period.
Well, they were like super young, and it doesn't matter.
Okay, we're
It doesn't
done.
matter. Watched a lot of stuff at work.
I gotcha. Okay, so they've
They
matched the
are
family.
there for the house. They somehow manipulate the family, put them under a spell, something.
Yes, the
convince
parents
them
are
to
easily
move.
swayed. They maybe not like win a contest or anything, but it's like
There's an incentive.
through their job or whatever they get incentive to buy it at a lower cost, and it's way better than their current
Like
house and location
maybe
and stuff.
the Property Brothers, which aren't called the Property Brothers, will have to think up of a snazzy name.
The house husbands.
They're actually a gay couple?
Aw, no,
That might
they
be
wouldn't
a
agree
little
to.
weird.
They wouldn't agree to
It's true.
voice act for that. I was gonna think like sibling something, right?
All I can think of is sublet. This is as bad as when we try and
Sublet
titles.
siblings. That's it. That's the working title for their show right now.
Doesn't make sense for what they do.
No, but it's working title.
I'm thinking that, they're going to be working at like a big city. They're
Right.
like, we're going to be here for the next like 3 years or something. And the parents are like, oh my gosh, if we moved here, we wouldn't have to commute, and then our son could like go to a normal school, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So they have reason to move. They're
Yeah, because they're like cross
persuaded.
country. And,
Yeah. Because
Uprooting
the
their
Property
lives.
Brothers, they work in like Atlanta as well as Canada.
Yeah.
Because they're based in like Vancouver, BC.
Exactly. They're
Anyway.
crazy.
Anyhow.
We saw them in like Arizona or something where they were doing their.
They built a
family
house
house?
in Las Vegas.
That's where it was.
was.
Nevada. Mm-hmm. See, they're everywhere.
They were at a signing at like a Costco for their book. I had a Facebook friend that
you
saw them.
like them.
They're cool.
I know.
Plus, they're tall. You have that in common.
It's true. Okay,
They
so
move.
I'm done with we got them. We got them into the
We figured
house.
out why they're there.
Is it like an isolated house? Like, is the neighbor girl like a quarter mile away?
I
Or
was
is
thinking
it
it's like a
neighborhood?
suburb
Okay.
neighborhood thing.
I was kind of
It's
thinking
just
like Gone Home, where there's
the
like
spooky.
no house at all. But
Oh.
right?
Do we ever see outside the house and Gone Home though?
Yeah, it's just woods,
Oh.
and it's like clearly not in like a populated area.
That's creepy. I don't like it.
Okay, let's put them in a
Okay.
put them in a suburb.
Okay.
And I
I'm
pulled
just,
a sack.
it's like the one house that all the kids are afraid to trick or treat at.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Maybe it's set back a ways too, because it was older.
It
and
has
so
an
they,
estate.
Yeah, so they like
bit of an estate.
they built the cul-de-sac, and then all the cul-de-sac houses are actually on the street, but then this one's like
a little bit further back.
house wide. Yeah,
Okay.
close enough though that neighbor girl exists.
Neighbor girl. He can, I don't know, walk to school with her or bike to school with her or something.
Yeah,
Makes fast friends. So we've got the house, how they got to the house. The neighbor girl is cute. They like each other, whoever they may be. And
this is what the
so-
writers are for. They're supposed to make it better.
Yes.
This is the base idea.
So then
Yes.
the
What is the timeline of the possession then? I guess
that's what I'm trying to figure
yeah.
out.
Because is it the girl is possessed, like the ghost possesses the girl and then makes it more of a romantic relationship rather than like friendly?
I'd like to think that they themselves, unpossessed, like each other.
like each other romantically, and then
And something starts to begin. But
and then she's possessed
yes.
just by summoning the ghost.
That's
basically
what I'm not
with
sure,
the like.
because my original thought was jealousy, but that may not make sense. It could be, rather, that the girl has always been set up to be possessed, and they just needed someone else. Like, they needed that other person to move in to
Right.
use them as a couple, as a group.
As the blood sacrifice, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, like, she's always been set up to be possessed. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what's been in the cards.
Okay.
Not to her knowledge, obviously.
Yeah, and the ghost just possesses her out of the ability to do so.
Yeah, they just summon the demon and they're like, okay, you know what to do. Here's your target.
It's like, burp, burp, burp.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And possesses her.
Yep.
And then uses...
Unbeknownst to boy.
Unbeknownst to girl as well.
To girl.
Unbeknownst to anyone.
Unbeknownst to
They
anyone.
begin their relationship and then uses the boy to the blood sacrifice.
Right. Is that down the well?
I don't like this well. But what are you thinking for that? Just slice open his hand because they need all of his blood, like, continually? Sorry, not all of his blood. They need him alive, or does she, like, kill him?
I think there's probably a happy ending in there if he doesn't die. Or if she does, like, stab him through the gut, like, then some Deus Ex Machina has to happen where he's brought back to life, or, you know. So either could happen.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe only the blood is required for whatever, and it like drips into the thing, and then it goes into the seal.
Oh, so creepy.
Yeah.
Only reason I suggested the death is that might be why investigators were involved. Because she's like, I didn't do it. I have no memory of doing this. But I mean, if she assaults him badly enough, I'm guessing
Right.
investigators
She has
would be
like no
brought
memory
in.
of it.
Yes, because she wasn't the one doing it.
So does the majority of the movie take place trying to solve the crime of the boy dying?
Or maybe he's just in a coma.
Yeah.
And so when he comes to, he can be like, no, she didn't do it. It was like this demon voice and like her eyes rolled back or something.
Oh, and that happens like near the end after they're...
And then they can bust the cult because the investigators have been on the trail or something.
Yes. Okay, I like that.
Does that work a little better, I think?
Yeah.
I think.
It works out in my mind.
Okay. So the boy is injured.
I'm imagining that the investigators are pretty much like dead set on the girl. Like, they're like, she did it. She doesn't remember she did it, but
like she's got the murder weapon.
She's got the murder weapon.
Like,
She's got the fingerprints. There's no such thing as ghosts. She's adamant that she was possessed.
I just thought of something.
What?
One of the investigators, they have a parent who was never able to solve the last one. The last, like, sacrifice
right. It's like a
thing.
legacy. Mm-hmm. Cool.
That would be...
Sounds good to me.
So they've got
So they've been duped by the cult before.
Mm-hmm. And so they, in their, like, crazy, what other people think is crazy, they've put together all these small incidents to be like, this cult is doing this. My dad had, or my mom had all this.
They have the cork board with red yarn.
Exactly. And so they're putting this all together, and everyone's like, psh, you're crazy. And so they don't tell anyone, obviously. Right. They go rogue.
Cool. Dig it.
So that makes it more about the
right. Okay, yeah. Okay, I like
character.
that. I like that. There's a schism between the investigation group because most of them are like, there's no way. I mean, she just attacked him, whereas this person's like, this is too similar to this previous story where like the sacrifice like died.
Yes, which they didn't want to have happen. It failed.
Exactly. So it's like the death was like too soon, or there wasn't enough. Something like that happened. The schism happens where they're both investigating separately, and then the thing that brings them back together is the boy waking up from the coma and confirming that like ghost eyes.
All these really...
Girl is actually my girlfriend.
She was like floating.
Exactly.
Something turned red.
Cool.
Oh, this is terrifying. I hate this.
So what's the resolution then? They get the cult. They
Well, I'm guessing...
close the demon seal.
Yeah, they have to close the seal or whatever. And then somehow, hopefully make it so that the demon that they're trying to appease will never... I don't know, they somehow banish it back to where it came from or something.
Yeah, like a genie in a
And
bottle.
I do not think that we should have a twist at the end where it's like, oh, the demon came back.
No, I think this is a happy finality series. I think this is a TV show.
It's turning into one.
Yeah. Because there's like a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot we could do.
Yeah, like at least 10 hours of stuff.
There's a lot we could do.
All right. Sweet.
So, boy wakes up, says, you know... This what the investigator
and that's
was
like
saying.
that's like the end of season 2. Like, he wakes up, cliffhanger.
Definitely. And so then the next season is spent trying to defeat the big demon, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Which is done somehow.
Yeah. We don't have to go into those details.
I mean, it's not going to be like magic.
No. It's just like salt. You know, like standard demon fighting things. A la Supernatural. The show.
Which I have not watched. Big surprise.
Or Ghostbusters. They get proton cannons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You just wanted to keep going.
I was excited.
Yep.
So you think we've ironed it out? Mm-hmm. Figured it out? Mm-hmm. Terrified me enough?
Yeah, definitely. Now, where does the well come into play?
I'm fine if the well is where the seal is.
Yeah.
Like the bottom of it.
I think it connects to a secret passageway in the basement.
Yeah, I think it's an empty well.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of
like
it
boarded
is
off.
the weird part that the blood can flow through the channels.
Definitely.
Blah.
That's super cliche, I think.
Especially because she could be like, hey, there's a wishing well I want to show you.
Yeah, let's explore.
And then he's like, oh, it's empty. And then he like turns around and she's like glowing and like floating.
Like pushes him with like a...
Yeah, zaps him or something.
Right.
And then
Spirit tendril.
slices. Maybe he falls down. Maybe that's why he's in a coma. He like hits his head.
Yeah. But not fatal. Definitely not fatal. Cool.
All right.
Dig it.
Oh, I hate it. I mean, go us, but this is the last thing I'd want to see.
It's okay. It's the end of Spooktober.
Yes. Happy Halloween. Oh, we gotta think of a title.
Let's think of that title.
All right. What two things?
Like exorcism and crime.
Oh, actually, should we have brought a priest into this at some point?
Maybe.
Writers will deal
Fourth
with it.
season. Goes off the rails.
They can deal with it. Well, obviously, they're gonna like test the girl afterward.
Yeah. And she does the whole exorcist thing, rises up out of the bed.
Or maybe she doesn't originally.
Yeah, she's like, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. I don't want to think about any of this. Woof. Okay.
Ooh, trick or treat.
So we've got exorcism and what'd you say?
Crime? Exorcism and subterfuge.
Or like exorcism demon cult thing?
Or neighborhood. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
All of the above.
fanaticism.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like solving a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, can my word be
Investigation.
solving?
Solving.
Yeah. I know that's not how we do it. But I like how it sounds. So 1, 2, 3.
Solving cylindril.
Even after knowing what mine would be, that's what you chose.
I got nothing.
I'm sorry.
Can't
I'm
think of
sorry.
the word.
Okay. I just thought that would be kind of cool.
Reminds me of there's a Game Grumps thing where Aaron forgot Cinderella's name and said like Cylindria or something like really bad. And Danny just cracks. It was really good.
You might have shown me.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Silarinda. That's what he says.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, I've got a different.
Crime word?
Yeah.
I've got a different, and that means one, demon word.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Interrogating.
Summoning shit. Okay, next words. You have a demon word? I have a crime word?
Do I have a demon word?
Do I have a crime word? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Investigations.
We're good at the INGs.
I said investigations. Like it's the name of the company, like Mystery Machine. Like if
Okay.
Scooby-Doo was titled Mystery Machine.
If he was investigations dog.
Like, did they have a title for their group?
I don't think they were official. They
you
just
sure?
were always like driving somewhere and then ran into something.
I thought it was like weird. We're the do good solve crime-ders. I don't remember. I could be wrong.
I can't
could
think
be
of
right.
one.
Yeah, I don't know.
If there was one, I don't know.
So we got summoning, solving, binding, investigations, and interrogating.
And of course, yeah, solving.
I already said it. It's too many ing words.
We did bad with this. Lots of inging.
Binding spell. Solving the possession case. At Bertrand Manor. Fuck. Let's rethink it all, right?
Well, are any of those that we did
Are you
come
super
up...
attached to solving is what you were originally... I like solving.
That's what I was about to ask. Are you attached to any of them?
I'm thinking... I keep saying solving, and I'm like, Saving Silverman or whatever. What was that? Wasn't there a movie?
Yeah.
Saving...
Yeah. I mean, Private Ryan, but that's not the same. There's also, like, Chasing Amy.
Solving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Solving...
I will admit, I do like binding.
Those are both your words. Of course you like...
Well, you have a point.
Binding.
But I was wondering if you had some that we wanted to work on. Workshop it.
Nah.
All right. Okay, it's so creepy. The Binding Well.
Because it's where the spell is bound.
Uh-huh. And it's your creepy ass well.
Yeah, I get the well to be the main crux.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you
Wells
like
are
that?
creepy.
Do you like that?
And it opens into like a big cavern. That's my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, babe. We'll
That's
get
where
the
the spell's
Property
bound.
Brothers to spruce it up for
open
you.
open concept this cavern.
Yeah.
Do they get that'd be like another funny like throwback is
They
they're
get
like
possessed?
they get possessed and they're like
No.
doing like demon renos, their houses, and they're like, oh yes, a nice blood fountain would be good here. And everyone's like, whatever you say, Property Brother.
You know what you're up to.
Second Property Brother.
Do you know their names?
Stan, Steve,
No.
Greg,
No.
Jordan,
No.
Joseph,
No.
Will,
No.
Baxter.
No.
What are their names?
Drew and Jonathan.
Drew.
And I think the third brother, I'm having a lot of trouble.
Quasimodo.
Stop. That's mean. I think it's like RJ. I think it's initials.
Ryan Johnson.
I don't know.
Drew Johnson. He's DJ.
Oh, that'd be mean.
You are not the better brothers.
I think it's initials.
Okay, whatever.
In any case.
The binding well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig it. It's fucking creepy.
Yes, you're welcome. Get it away from me.
All right. We can get it away because that's the end of the episode.
And the end of our spooky Spooktobers.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us on Halloween.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this extra little bit.
Hope you're thoroughly creeped out.
Screamed.
I almost said skeeved out, but that's a little bit more weird.
Screamed out. Screamed a lot during this episode.
You know I have internally the entire time.
It's true.
Oof.
We done to horror. Mm-hmm. But with comedy bits.
Yeah.
Like this episode, like this show. It's usually a horror to listen to, but we get comedy bits.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds about right.
So
again, the song was Pandora by Kara or Kara.
Kara could stand for something. No, I read it was inspired by like Chara, as like their music was supposed to be like uplifting and happy or something.
Cool.
Not this song though, but apparently that was based on their original music, which was more R&B rather than what they became, because it was 4 members and then one quit and then they replaced her with 2 people.
Oh.
And that's the 5 that are.
You did a lot of research.
I looked on Wikipedia for like 2 seconds. Yeah.
That's more than what usually happens.
It's true.
We did have this song picked out.
For like a while.
Yeah.
A while.
We're like, this will be our Halloween episode.
And it it is. So make sure to tune in next Sunday for our newest episode in November.
Yep, back to ye old anime.
Ye old grind
Yep.
of seasonal anime. Whereas October season, ooh, it's a spooky.
Yeah, and
You
lots
never
of
know.
movies.
You never know what you're going to get.
Spooky movies.
Did we do more than one movie?
Did we?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
It's the expansion of a movie that ended on a cliffhanger, or was it a TV show? I think it was a TV show.
In any case.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Dear listeners,
Please.
if you have any song suggestions for us,
Yeah, that's about us.
hit us
to
up
say.
on Twitter at Instant Anime Pod or on Podbean through Facebook comments, and still no third way. Unless you know us personally and like have our phone numbers.
Then just hit us up.
Hit us up. Hit us up. Hit those songs up.
Yeah.
We really enjoy getting suggestions. We do have a backlog of songs, so if your song just happens to be on our list, that goes up to the top of the list, basically.
Yeah.
That's about it. Have a good spooky time.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to be that person, but be safe.
Are we releasing this at night or like midday?
Ooh, hadn't thought about that. We could do a midnight release.
We could do a morning release. Midnight release for Tuesday? But
so as soon as it turns Halloween.
Now you know when you've listened to this.
Yep.
For your daily commute. Make sure if you like the episode, give us a review on Apple Podcasts, and keep listening to us on your favorite podcatcher. And keep listening.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good night.
Have a wonderful Halloween.
Halloween.
Woo.
Why is it on a Tuesday?
It's
not good.
time.